Hello there, good people. Welcome to It's a Shaw Thing. I'm your host, Rob Shaw, here to talk a little fantasy football. It's Friday, so time to get you ready for the weekend by telling you who to start and who to bench. We start off with the quarterbacks, and a guy to start this weekend, it might surprise you, but Matt Castle of the Kansas City Chiefs. I know that team only has one win, but check out his statistics. They're fantastic. 7 touchdowns compared to just 2 interceptions. He does not turn the ball over much, which means that he is a pretty risk-free start. Also, he gets about 20 rushing yards per game, so Matt Castle will find a way to give you some value, particularly going against a pretty bad San Diego defense that's given up 30-plus points in 3 of their 5 games so far this year. On the other side, a guy you might want to avoid this weekend, Mark Sanchez, after throwing 5 interceptions in the wind of New York, I would consider benching him against the Oakland Raiders. I know you think the Raiders, you think horrible team, the Jets should kill him. Well, I don't think so. Remember, the Raiders' defense, particularly against the pass, isn't all that bad. They're about middle of the pack. And also, Sanchez, if you heard his teammates this weekend on defense, they said, look, we got to play a little more conservatively. So I have a feeling they might resort to the old Baltimore style of play in which the defense is bound to win the game. Next up, we turn to the running backs. Lawrence Maroney of the New England Patriots has a fantastic matchup this weekend against the second worst rush defense in the NFL. I'm talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This game to be played in London, but who cares? Fact is that the Buccaneers allow 172 yards rushing per game on about 5 yards per carry. Maroney coming off his best start of the season with over 100 yards rushing and a touchdown against Tennessee. Maroney should be a safe start this weekend when you consider that Brady should throw plenty of touchdowns early, which means rush in the second half. Next up, a guy to avoid, Marion Barber of the Dallas Cowboys, typically one of the best running backs in the NFL, but these days he's just not 100%. That means that you're going to see guys like Tashard Choice steal some of his touchdown opportunities. I do not like Barber this weekend against the Atlanta Falcons. We move on, and we're talking about wide receivers, and here it is, the big gamble of the week. I am starting Michael Crabtree of the San Francisco 49ers. They're going to be trying to keep up with the Houston Texans. Also, Crabtree did star at Texas Tech, which happens to be in the same state as Houston. So I think that there's a chance you're going to see a very nice debut from him. Remember, he is already the best playmaker that the 49ers have. As far as a guy to avoid this weekend, I know Lee Evans had a decent weekend against the New York Jets. 68 yards, touchdown, 4 receptions, wonderful. Unfortunately, that's not what he typically does this season, averaging just 37 yards per game. This is not a consistent performer these days. In fact, he hasn't been since a couple of years ago. Especially with the quarterback position now in flux, I would keep this guy locked up on the bench. Well, that's all for now, my friends. Until we meet again, best of luck this weekend.